What? Oh dear.
Would the keeper of the flame please bring forward the Christ candle? Namaste.
Good morning. Beloved of God, right where you are at this moment, the light of Spirit shines through you. Infinitely loved by God, you are the light of the world. I'm Bernie, and I welcome you to Unity Spiritual Center of Waco this morning. And if you haven't already done so, please silence your cell phones. Please stand as you are able and join in our congregational singing. Let us say together our statement of truth, which is on the screen. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, God the good, omnipotent. We are a beacon of love and light for those who need this spiritual home right now. Let us say together our vision, mission, and our core value for today. Our vision: to awaken an awareness spirit in our lives through the modern application of ancient wisdom. Our mission: raise consciousness, transform lives, heal the planet, one person at a time, beginning with me. And our core value for today is spiritual principles. We uplift all people in their spiritual growth as we apply the principles taught by Jesus Christ and embrace the universal truths of other faith traditions. And we'll have our daily word read by Penny.
The daily word for today, June 25th, is joy. In John's Gospel, Jesus prays his disciples and all who receive their message will experience for themselves the joy he knows. I share in Jesus' joy as I remember I am a living expression of the divine, created in God's image and likeness, just as Jesus was. My ability to express love, life, wisdom, and all other qualities of God is limited only by my willingness to live from my spiritual nature. I am one with God and one in the allness of God with all people everywhere. The joy Jesus describes remains with me no matter what's happening around me. I know wholeness in the midst of illness, abundance amid the appearance of lack. Even sadness in the aftermath of loss cannot overtake my joy. And from John chapter 15, verse 11, I have said these things to you so that my joy may be in you and that your joy may be complete. Our affirmation for today, I'll say and then we'll say it together. I am blessed with indwelling joy.
I am blessed with indwelling joy.
This is the time in our service when we have an opportunity to greet one another, just say hi, shake hands, give a hug. And we really want to welcome the people who are joining us online and know that you are part of this service, part of this family that we call a congregation. And we truly welcome you to be with us and are grateful. We're also grateful for a guest we haven't seen in quite a while. And it's nice to have Mary here with us. So let's greet one another now.
Busy, yeah. Hi.
Thank you for all you do.
Our pleasure. I guess I get. I'm great. Nice. Good. Everybody's always
He looks good.
Good to see you.
He's tough.
Yeah, it is. I know, we got her lunch day. Hello, everybody. Oh, so happy to have such a nice turnout today. Hello out there in the internet land. So we're going to sing our second congregational song. Please remain seated. And remember, this is the duet song, only at the end. And thankfully, I know at this point, y'all know to sing the Holy, Holy,
Holy is when I start going singing something else. And so it's going to be just as beautiful as ever. So let's go.
Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you, to feel your presence in my heart, knowing all your love and your glory, feeling your power and love as we sing holy, holy, holy.
get to sing harmonies.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Reverend Don, and it's a pleasure to welcome each of you here this morning. Together we affirm and celebrate our unity, our oneness with each other, our oneness with all that is, and our oneness in God. Your presence is essential for each of us as a unique aspect of the energy that is Unity Spiritual Center of Waco, right here, right now, and we know that none of us are here by accident or coincidence. Unity is a New Thought denomination, yet New Thought is nothing new to the world. It is in reality a synthesis of the greatest concepts from the minds and spirits of humankind across the ages. The laws of Moses, the love of Christ, the ethics of Buddha's, the morals of Confucius, the 5 pillars of Islam, and deep realization of the Hindus all find an exalted place in the philosophy of unity. In unity, we believe that all people are created in sacred worth, regardless of culture, ethnicity, or creed, sexual orientation. And we know that neither God nor unity leaves anyone out. So as we open our service today, let's do so with prayer. Infinite presence, dear loving Spirit, we come together today in your presence. We come together today to open our hearts, to open our minds, and to learn, to grow, to open ourselves to our truth. Not only do we do this on an individual basis, but we know by opening our hearts, we open the hearts of everyone. We're all in this world together to learn, to grow, to realize truth. That we are each a spirit of God, each a unique presence that radiates your beauty, your love, your light. And we just open ourselves to realize that truth today, right here, right now, and give thanks. And as we do this, we look out into the world and we see the beauty that's there. We see your presence in all things. In every face we see, we can see the radiance of your light, of your love. And we open ourselves to radiate that presence, that light. And we give thanks for that opportunity just to be who we are. Love, light, and joy. What a joyful day this is. And for this we say thank you. For those who have asked for prayer, we see them surrounded in your light, your healing presence for those who need it, surrounding and filling each person. We see the leaders not only of this country but of the world embraced in your presence, coming together to work for harmony, for peace, and for oneness. When the disciples asked, how should we pray? Jesus gave them the Lord's Prayer, which we say together now is translated from the Aramaic, the language that Jesus spoke. Together, infinite presence, which is everywhere. Your name is sacred. Your kingdom is come. Your will is throughout the earth, even as it is throughout the universe. You give us our needful bread from day to day, and you forgive our offenses, even as we forgive our offenders. And you let us not enter into materialism, but you separate us from error, because yours is the kingdom, the power, and the song, and the praise, from all ages, throughout all ages, sealed in faith, trust, and truth.
Amen.
Each of us is the light and love of God, spiritual beings having a human experience. You are God's beloved, and we embrace you today. This is a time in the service when we bless the children. There's only one here today, and we'll bless the rest of them in the world. So let's all just get our hands rubbing together, get some nice warm energy and hold them up and say, children of the world, we love you, we bless you, and we behold the Christ within you.
Good morning again. It's special music time. Every week I always talk about how I made the decision, the song I chose. And this week, I was, there are a lot of different schools of thought about destiny, whether or not it's decided for you or whether or not you decide your own destiny. And I sometimes think that your destiny is decided for you the moment that you decide your destiny. When the universe folds itself inside out to get you what your destiny is because you've decided what it is. And so the song that I've sung it before, but it's been a while, and it's one of my favorites, and it is by Sue Riley, of course, one of my top 3. And it's kind of jazzy and fun, and so I thought it was perfect. So enjoy. Anytime you're ready, Alice. The whisper that I hear in my heart telling me it's time to start to set my inhibitions free, become the me I'm here to be. So I'll act brave as if I am, act as if until I can, live each day as though I know that what I seek is seeking me. Even when that's hard to see, I choose faith, so I believe. What I seek is seeking me. It's time to just let go of my fear, trusting that the net will appear, believe in things I know are true, in everything I say and do. So I'll act brave as if I am, act as if until I can, live each day as though I know what I seek is seeking me. What I seek is seeking me. Even when that's hard to see, even when that's hard to see, I choose faith, so I believe. I believe, I believe, I believe. What I seek is seeking me. What I seek is seeking me. I believe, I believe, I believe. When every day's a daily grind, peace is something I can't find. This is what I keep in mind. What I seek is seeking me.
What I seek is seeking me.
Even when that's hard to see.
Even when it's hard to see.
I choose faith, so I believe.
I believe, I believe, I believe. Oh.
What I seek is seeking me. What I seek is seeking me.
What I seek is seeking me.
Even when that's hard to see.
Even when it's hard to see.
Beautiful song, beautiful voice, and very appropriate for today's message. We all sometimes are like Albert Einstein. And one time he went for a trip. He was leaving Princeton on a train. Got all comfortable, the train got underway, and he sat there going on this trip or journey. And the conductor started coming down from the end of the aisle, checking everybody's tickets and matching them. Got about halfway up the car, and he got to Albert. And he said, "Ticket, please." So he reached in his vest pocket. Well, it wasn't there. So he checked his coat, no. Pants, no ticket. Got his briefcase, opened it up and went through it, couldn't find the ticket anywhere, so he moved and he looked in the seat and the ticket wasn't there. And he kind of looked at the conductor and he says, "You're Albert Einstein. We know who you are." Everybody does. He says, "I have no doubt that you actually bought a ticket. So you're good to go. I'm going to not make an issue of this. You're fine." And he went on down checking everybody's tickets, and Albert sat there kind of perplexed for a little bit. Well, when the conductor got down to the end of the car and he got ready to go through the door into the next car, he glanced back and he saw Dr. Albert down on his hands and knees looking under the seat and the bench. So he went running back up the aisle and he says, "It's okay, it's okay. I know who you are. You don't need the ticket." And he looked up at him and he says, "Well, I know who I am too. That's not the problem. I don't know where I'm going." Destiny. Do we really know where we're going? And there's times in my life, at least, I really wonder. The law of destiny. It determines which forces influence our life to ensure that we encounter life experiences that we require for our continued development of our consciousness. So destiny is essentially a series of opportunities that enable us to learn lessons, acquire new abilities, develop our consciousness, and along the way to help others. Destiny is commonly regarded as fate, a fixed timeline of events that is inevitable and unchangeable. Although the words are quite often interchangeably used, fate and destiny actually have quite different meanings. Fate is usually seen as set in stone, often has negative connotations. For instance, the jury decided his fate. Fate is an agent that predetermines and orders the course of events. It means that events are meant to be and are set in motion by an external force or intelligence. While destiny, on the other hand, is more of a likely outcome and often has a positive feel to it. He was destined to become a star. Different feeling. I think our destiny is not set in stone. We each start out the same. Well, not really. Some of us might be born into a family that was poor, destitute. And as we grow up, we're growing from that atmosphere, limiting ourselves and our capabilities of what we can actually accomplish in life. Some of us might be born into a wealthy family. And as we grow up, we're used to having plenty, always more than enough, more opportunities, more everything else. And it's just a natural flow or rhythm of life in the way things happen. Maybe you're born into a family that's very caring, loving, nurturing, that brings the child along and teaches them, gives them experience. Maybe you're in a family that was indifferent. You're one of several kids and you're pretty much on your own to grow and develop on your own. Your parents provide for you, take care of your needs, but other than that, You have to learn. Maybe you're in a family that didn't want kids. You're an inconvenience. Whatever it is, we limit ourselves by those beliefs. Our destiny is to move beyond that, to learn, develop, and grow. Our ultimate destiny is to reveal our divinity that each of us are, to evoke the limitless potential that we were born with. It's our destiny to live in tune with our own inner guidance so that we may hear and follow our path. Trusting in here, not up here. There's a unique gift that each of us were born with. What we must do is reveal what that is, no matter how long it takes. It's within each of us. We come into this life and we might feel like a little fish out in the vast ocean. As we look up, we see this huge ocean above us, around us, and we think, I'm just a little fish. What difference can I make? What can I do? Just that little presence in all that is. All we're trying to do is survive, keep from getting eaten by another bigger fish. But that's the wrong way to look at this. As we look out into this vast realm, this ocean, we can look around us and see the coral, the different colors of fish, to see the beauty that's around us all the time. Look at it as an opportunity, an adventure to see and experience life, to move forward in our destiny, to seize each opportunity that we have. Or maybe you're that little fish in a stream or a river, and you have three choices. You can be the wise fish, go with the flow, the natural rhythm of things, make great progress, moving right along. Or you can be that not too smart fish and try to swim upstream, fighting the current, the natural flow, and the natural rhythm, making little or no progress. Or you can be that other fish, just kind of relax and allow the stream to take you where it was. You might say, be asleep, learn nothing, just exist. We each have the opportunity to decide how we want to shape our destiny, to move forward. We need to be careful how we choose. We all have the same opportunities if we look within instead of what life has handed us in the physical sense. An example of this would be Martha Berry. She was a lady that was living back in the plantation days. It was after the slaves were released from bondage, but they still had no education, no real course of action to take to get them out of where they were. Still being a laborer in the fields, all they knew, without hope of going anywhere. Well, she looked at the children and she had this passion, this dream of teaching them, giving them an education, giving them a chance to get out of this cycle, and decided that's what her mission was. She knew she had no money, had no schoolroom, had no anything to help these children. But she had that passion, knew she needed help. So she went to one of the richest people in the world at the time, Henry Ford. We all know who he is. First one that invented actually an assembly line, made a great deal of wealth. So she went to him and she told him her dream, her passion, her plans. And he stood there and listened to her. And when she was done, he reached in his pocket, took out a dime and put it in her hand. Never said a word, just turned and walked away. I don't know about you, but I wouldn't be feeling very ministerial at the time. But she took that dime, all she had. She took it and she bought some seed. Then her and the children planted that seed, nurtured it, watched it grow, watched it just mature. Then they harvested it. And they sold that, bought more seed, planted that seed, nurtured it and watched it grow and mature, took that seed and bought more. They did this 3 or 4 years. And finally, they had enough money that she could build a small school, one little one-room school, few supplies, and started teaching the kids, giving them some basic education to get them going. And then she went to Henry Ford and said, I just wanted to let you know what that one thin little dime you gave me did. He found it interesting. Decided he wanted to see, so he went to see the schoolhouse that she'd built. And when he did, he gave her $1 million to expand the program she started. That's about $25 million probably in today's money, a lot of money to build and get things growing. Was it easy? I doubt it. Did she face things along the way that she had to deal with? Of course. She had to deal with a lot to get where she is now. And so do we sometimes. But whatever comes up for us to deal with can serve to keep us focused on our dream, on our vision. There are many people who are concerned or preoccupied with taking care of the externals, finding the right job, getting the right mate, doing all the right things. And they've never really taken the time to listen to that small inner voice within each of us that's always speaking to us. In the book of Romans in the New Testament, it says that we each have different gifts. If our gift is preaching, let us preach to the limits of our vision. If it's teaching, let us share all the knowledge within us to help others to expand their horizons. If it's serving, do your best. Do what you can to help others. In doing that, you help yourself. The question for each of us is, what do we need to do to follow our heart's desire? Are we doing it now? Are we following our destiny? Not our mothers or our fathers or our spouses? Or maybe that what a friend thinks we ought to be, ought to do? We're the only one that can determine what our destiny is. Your divine appointment can only be determined by you. It is your heart's desire. We each have something unique to share. Just as life didn't make 2 Shakespeares or 2 Albert Einsteins, 2 Helen Kellers, there's only one you, one me. And there's a place within us with that special gift that each of us has to offer. It is possible to go through life playing various roles that are not ours, but we play them so well that we think that's who we are. You know the roles. The victim, the martyr, the misfit, the impoverished, the sufferer, the taker, the giver, the rescuer, the savior, misunderstood, abused, overworked, disadvantaged, lonely, unfulfilled. The ailing, the hippie, the yuppie, the dopey, the sneezy, the grumpy, they're all there, and we all have roles we play. I did, still do to an extent. I'm working to get better. But when I was young, I felt I wasn't good enough. Wasn't good enough to get the love that I thought I deserved, should receive. Played that game. But I'm learning to open myself to know I am an expression of God, just like each of you. Loving, caring. The other night, we went camping. And one evening, as we were laying in bed, and it wasn't even 105 still, it started cooling off some. But I'm sitting there relaxing. And a question I ask myself occasionally is, so what is my purpose? Why am I here? I was very relaxed, and I got to care. To care. But it was more than that. It was to be open and caring, sharing. And for me, that's hard. It's something I'm working on. Because I've always been closed. If you open yourself, you can get hurt. But you got to stretch. And to be here and say that is stretching. Very much. So each of us have our own path. And we all have the role that we've acted out. We're not bad for it. There's nothing wrong with it. In doing that, though, we're not sharing our true gift. We haven't shown up for our appointment. We can write a new script in our lives. We can ask ourselves, and we can ask life, what is my gift? What is my true heart's desire? What's my mission? We can find happiness when we reach within and allow that to be revealed. What manner of life are you living? We can find the qualities of life, the qualities of spirit that we want to dance with in our lives. With what manner of grace do we give ourselves? It's not about having everything we want. We have fooled ourselves about that in religion, in all things. Some people think that our destiny has to do with careers, relationships. I should have been a plumber, but I fell out of sync. I should have been a cardiologist, but I just didn't have the heart for it. And then there was a typist that just wasn't the type. Whatever it is, do your best. But work from here, not up here. The gift is eternal. A career, a relationship, a pastime, those are the vehicles which we share our gift from. First, we must get in touch of who we are, of what our gift is. That's not fighting to learn it. That's just relaxing and allow ourselves to see that gift. Relax, like I did the other night. Our destiny is to reveal our divinity in all our activities, to realize our identity as divine beings, as children of God. and then to externalize these spiritual qualities, to evoke and express our talents, to share them. The career or the activities are only how we express it. Our destiny is our calling, our sense of ourselves in this world. So as I close this talk, I'd like to give you a verse out of the Bible. It's Ephesians 1:18. I pray that the light of God will illumine the eyes of your imagination, flooding you with light until you experience the full revelation of the hope of his calling. That is, the wealth of God's glorious inheritances that he finds in us, the holy ones. Each one of you are an expression of God. Open yourself and see that light, that truth that's always there. So let's take that now into a time of meditation. Right where you are, just to sit back, relax, and take a deep breath. Just slowly breathing in that light, that love. Allow it to flow into your heart. Feel that energy, that vibration that is God. And allow it to flow out into every cell in your body, energizing you, filling you with joy, with love. And then as you do that, allow that energy just to flow out around you and connect to your loved ones, to the people around you. And to the presence of God within each person. You are a gift of God. So let's just take a few moments now to experience that, to feel that, and to know that. Now as we come back to this time, to this place, let us move forward with the fact that we know we are a gift of God. And so it is. And so we let it be.
In our service, when we have an opportunity to give back to the work of Spirit through our offerings and our tithes. We give in love and gratitude for our own prosperity in its many forms, which comes to us through God, our instant, constant, and abundant source. Will the ushers please come forward? I invite you to hold your offering in your hand as we say our offertory blessing together. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all the good I am and have, all the good I give and receive, and I am grateful.
Really?
And please join me as we bless this offering. Thank you.
It was.
Thank you. And for all of you out there in the ethers, we're making room for you in this circle also, and we do welcome you to be here. So let's say our prosperity affirmation together. We affirm the continued growth and prosperity of Unity Spiritual Center of Waco, and we are grateful. And the prayer of protection. The light of God surrounds us.
I am the light of God.
The love of God enfolds us.
I am the love of God.
The power of God protects us.
I am the power of God.
And the presence of God watches over us.
I am the presence of God.
Wherever I am, God is, and all is well.